My name is Jeanine Ganier, and I'm your Executive Sales Director with Pampered Chef, and I'm really excited today to be doing this mock demo to show you how to use our new consultant demo binder with your shows. And this is something that I came up with several years ago, and we've kind of changed it, and we really are proud of our finished product. I think you're going to like it, and it's just designed to help you get through your first shows without standing there with your index cards like I did 16 years ago when I started. I had my cards, my knees were knocking, scared half to death. So hopefully this is going to help you feel more relaxed doing your first shows as a new consultant. This is not just for new consultants, however. I still use this at my shows. There's many directors on our team that use it. My director, Donna McDonald, still uses it. She called me one day after a show and she's like, I forgot my binder. So once you're used to using it, it's like you're lost without it, because it literally keeps you on track. What it has is pictures in the front for your customers to see, and on the back are words for you to say. It's not word for word, it's kind of bulleted just so that you can look at it and remember what to say. So I encourage you to practice it at home first. Don't just show up to your first party and think you're going to use it, because you really want to practice a little. And the reason is you don't want to just stand behind it and read. That's not fun. You guys, you know, our Pampered Chef shows are meant just to be really relaxed and fun. So if you practice it at home, you won't need to just stand there and read it, okay? Now, it's really easy to assemble. The front one, the picture right here, just stands all by itself. And then this right here, the words to say for that picture says 1B, one back. And then this says 1F. For front. So 1F and 1B go together in one sheet protector. Okay, so I hope you like it and see how easy it is to use. It's in a 1-inch, inexpensive 1-inch binder. And then these little name tag clips work great with a piece of ribbon for keeping it together on your demo table. Alrighty? Now, oh, and by the way, you can find this on our GanierTeamTraining.com site. Under cooking shows, it'll say new consultant demo binder front, which is the picture part, and then it'll say new consultant demo binder words to say, which is the back. It's two separate downloads, and I encourage you to use it really, because it's just done for you, and it'll just make you feel way more relaxed doing your shows. Now, I do have the new consultant kit here today, everything that comes in the large new consultant kit. And I'm going to try to do this demo more as a newer consultant, not exactly how I do it at my shows. I might be throwing in a few things just because out of habit, I can't help it. But remember, I've done over 1,200 shows. So every show is always different because we really play off our crowd. And I have no one here with me today except my little pumpkin over here. My little glowing pumpkin. So, you know, it'll be a little different. Now, it is your own business. Everyone does their show differently. Some consultants cook in front of their guest. They have them sit down and they do the demonstration. They may call people up to do certain parts. Other consultants will have everyone gather around the island and put the recipe together, everyone together, and that's fun too. Hopefully you've watched in your new consultant kit, Cooking Shows in Action DVD. It shows 3 different people doing a demo, so it'll give you ideas on what to do. A lot of my shows, I actually do the recipe ahead. I get to my host's house an hour ahead. I throw the recipe together with the ingredients that she's purchased, throw it in the oven, so when the guests come in the door, it's ready and they eat. So if my show is at 6:45, the guests start coming at 6:45. From then until 7 o'clock, they're actually sampling the recipe, grabbing a drink. I do name tags. I do name tags because I have a horrible memory, and also because I want to relate with my crowd. And what do people love to hear? They love to hear their name. So what I do is I try to have everything done when the guests start coming in. That's why I get there early. That's just me personally. Some people get there a half hour ahead, whatever works for you. But the host will introduce me and I'll be like, oh, hi Mary, how are you? And I'll say, so Mary, have you ever been to a Pampered Chef show before? And most times they'll say yes. And I'll say, great. Do you have any favorite products that you just can't live without? And she'll tell me. So I'll say, oh, wonderful. So I'll write on her name tag, Mary Stones, or Mary Food Chopper, whatever it is she loves. And I give her her name tag. And I do that for every guest as they arrive. And guess what that does? By the time the show starts, I've already chatted with everyone, and we already have a rapport going. Years ago, I used to just have a little sign that said, name and favorite product, please, with a marker and name tags. And I wasn't having the interaction with people, so I highly recommend that you do that yourself. Now, it doesn't have to be expensive name tag labels. You can just use little, those little return address labels if you want. Anything. Just keep it really easy and simple. One other thing I want to say about the show itself, a little chat that's really helpful to have with your host before the show is, this is what I'll say to my host. Let's pretend it's Mary once again. I'll say, you know what, Mary? I just want to say that I always share this with my host because you never know what kind of crowd you're going to have. But sometimes we'll have a crowd where there'll be like 3 or 4 people over there that literally just want to talk through the whole demo. And it does kind of drive me a little crazy, but I can get through it. But you know what? It's really distracting for the people that want to hear. So if you will help me when that happens, instead of me saying something, it's always better coming from you. So if you would just help me with crowd control, that would be awesome. So by you saying that, it lets her know that you're a team. Oh, and the other thing I tell her is, if the people can't hear, it always affects your sales. Because if they don't hear what's going on, they're going to miss something, and then sales are always lower. So it's just for everyone's best interest. You know, if we just try to keep them together for the demo part. That's what I tell her, because it's true. If you've got people over there chatting, people over here are going to get irritated. They can't hear. Your sales are usually going to be lower. So I tell them and her that I try to keep the demo part to 30 minutes. So, you know, have a little fun before, you're going to have fun afterwards, but for the demo part, let's all try to stick together. The other thing is, especially newer consultants, sometimes you're a little afraid to take control. So let's say you have a host and some of the guests are there, your show is supposed to start at 7, it's now 7:20, and she's still wanting to wait on people. I always say, you know what, Mary, let's just get going. The last few stragglers coming in, they can just jump right in and join us, because it's really not fair to the people that got here on time. And we don't want them feeling irritated before we even get started. And most times she'll say, okay, yeah, that's fine. Now, once in a while, though, you'll have a host that wants to keep waiting. And when that happens, I make sure that the guests who are there know I'm ready to go. It's not me stalling the show, it's the host. I'd rather them be a little annoyed with their friend than with me. That might sound bad, but it's true. So, but try to take control and just let them know, you know, we can get started, they can join in. Because you don't want to sit there and wait 30 minutes for people to come. That's just not the right thing to do. So I think that's about it as far as getting started with the show. One thing I will say is that I don't stuff folders or anything. Some people do. You're going to see a million ways to do this. For me personally, I just keep a stack of sales receipts and my pens. And I literally just pass these around and ask everyone to take one, a sales receipt and a pen. And of course, a catalog. Some people use folders. I actually do use folders, but for today I'm just using the catalog. And that's it. Alrighty? So I think we're going to get started. Okay? Stay tuned. I have to keep these in 10-minute increments so that we can upload to YouTube. So I'm going to stop this part right now.